Hello, and welcome to my Twitch channel, a channel that will hopefully soon enough not get utilized at all. You see, Twitch has made this decision to erase everyone's highlights and uploads and shrink everyone's storage to 100 hours. There are communities that are absolutely devastated by this. For example, the speedrunning community that was relying on Twitch's highlights in order to prove their world record breaks in speedrunning. And on top of that, a lot of these members that are in this community are no longer active and they could even be dead, for Twitch has been around for a very long time, meaning that there is nobody to even back up all of the uploads and highlights that they even have on Twitch. Twitch will not really stop doing what they're doing no matter how we feel about it. So I take it as a forced spring cleaning when somebody comes into your house and removes everything in it by force. I could delete all of this myself, but I don't see a point, especially considering that for me, Twitch as a platform has been kind of difficult to use over time. Highlights wouldn't function properly. I would have trouble with latency sometimes. Sometimes, like, setting the names of your stream would not work properly. Their copyright system is very harsh, and even though you can't really see, so let me just switch off myself for a second. I have 0 copyright strikes on this channel, but there's a lot more music in games and therefore me talking that gets muted on Twitch than there is when I bring that to YouTube, unless YouTube is my primary platform anyway. And as I don't really have that huge of a following, I don't feel like there is a huge loss in me leaving Twitch and going to YouTube. So I consider this forced erasure of everything that I have on this platform as just the last straw that broke the camel's back, and let's just rip that plaster off and, say goodbye to what no longer suits us. It does remind me, though, that when I was leaving my country, when I was at the age of 18, I was given a photo album by my grandmother. It doesn't have a lot of pictures in it. It only marks up until I was 10 years old. I don't even look at this album often, but I love the fact that I have it. I've been streaming to Twitch since 2017. A lot of what I stream to Twitch is also available on YouTube at the moment, because I was transferring quite a few videos, which is once again why this is not that much of a big deal to me, but some things were Twitch exclusive. For example, I'm pretty sure I never brought on my stream of me playing Oxygen Not Included from 5 years ago. Was I entertaining?
See, I'm completely dumb. I know what I'm doing, sorta.
No, I wouldn't rate myself as being very entertaining.
I have literally not a clue as to what I'm doing right now.
But if you look at the chat, you can see one of my friends, a random person, and my husband hanging out, and they were having a long conversation, and they were kind of roasting me. And this makes this into a good memory. Good memory, just like a good photograph inside my photo album that I still have, that I will be losing right now. I'm not really planning to move these really old streams off my old Twitch channel anymore, because it is not me anymore. It is a completely different Mirta at a completely different time. But it is bittersweet to look back to that, because it did have meaning to me. It is a memory that I have that I could revisit because it is there. My own memories are not that good. I mean, most people's memories are not that good. We don't remember the minutiae of life, but let's just say that my memory is especially bad. I nearly miss major events in my life, if not for a photograph, if not for a note, if not for some sort of acknowledgement that that was there, I just wouldn't have it. So it's nice that I have a couple of pictures of my life here and there, but a lot of my life was lived in online space. I started my YouTube channel when I was what, 15? Nearly 16? I'm 30 now, soon to be 31. My Twitch channel stretches back, what, since 2017. That would make it 8 years. That is 8 years of my life on there. 8 years of my life that otherwise isn't much recorded. And I know that for other people, that isn't super important because, once again, I am a nobody from nowhere and nobody should be concerned with that. But for me, these are memories. For me, it is the equivalent of having that photo album. Sure, I don't look at it often, but I can revisit it. I can know what I was at that point in time. This is the equivalent of Twitch coming in and taking away my photo album. And some people might say that we shouldn't expect companies to store data indefinitely, that we shouldn't really put our trust in companies, and that is fair and all good, but that doesn't mean that I need to be happy about this. It doesn't mean that I don't get to be upset that all of that parts of my life are about to be gone, and thankfully not all of it. Thankfully there's still YouTube, but what happens when there isn't a YouTube anymore? Or when I'm gone? How long will the time capsule that was me at one point will survive out there? Yeah, we can speak about how internet is for the most part full of dead people, because it is. There are old profiles on Facebook, and there were other platforms like MySpace where people created their profiles and something has happened to them, or they have left and neglected those platforms, or they became a different person entirely. It opens up the doors to internet archaeology, to revisiting a time when that person was, when their work existed, and what they felt at the point, and what they were doing at the point. Is me playing Oxygen Not Included for the first time and messing about that entertaining? No, no, it isn't. It's actually pretty boring.
But that is okay.
It's one of the reasons why I'm not gonna be like moving this over. But it means something. And that something is being taken away from me. And I am not even the person that's gonna be losing out the most, even though I do have some really bizarre streams, such as 10 hours of RuneScape. The heck was I doing with my life that I managed to stream 10 hours of RuneScape, but at the same time I no longer have
tutorials are useful.
I no longer have the health
to otherwise we have no idea what we're doing.
Shut up, me. To do another 10-hour stream. These 10-hour streams, they're about to be deleted, and I think I even had a longer one. I had like at one point was doing a marathon for charity. I think I was aiming for like 24 hours or something like that.
I just mined enough for like 5.
My health gave up on me. That is never gonna be me ever again. So that is proof that at some point I lived and I did this thing because I wanted to do it at the point. And it might be the kind of thing
on your way to that 99 mining, eh?
That makes me think, the heck I was thinking? How did I have so much free time?
Some legs to love. I think it wants me to craft me some legs.
Okay, let's pause me because I'm gonna lose my own thought process, but at the same time I don't want to pause me because I'm about to lose me. That me, that version of me, not this me. This me currently exists and currently is ranting directly at you. But it's my way of knowing that I did this, even though I can look back and think, the heck was I thinking? The heck was I doing with my life that I had 10 hours to stream RuneScape at one point? But that is not gonna ever be me, ever again. I don't have the health for 10-hour stream. In fact, I am debating throwing streams out altogether, and I'm trying not to. So instead, I'm trying to stream like once a week for about 2 to 3 hours because that is feasible. That is still feasible. But at some point in my life, that was me. And me was able to do a 10-hour stream. And me was able to stream quite a lot more. And that was 5 years ago. So when I was 25. So of course I was in better shape than I am at 30. But in a second, because this video is gonna release very close to April 19th, even though it's being recorded on the 22nd of what months before April? January, February, March. Yeah, the 22nd of March, the third month. By the time this is out, all of those streams will be so close to being lost. And I am gonna be letting them go because once again, this is trash content. Nobody needs it. But I want it. I'm not even like a speedrunner. I'm not part of like some sort of big channel that exploded at one point and then like I stepped away from the internet or something. I'm not something that needs to be preserved on the internet. But I want it because similarly to a photo album, it is a way for me to revisit a version of me that only exists in that point of time and will never be me ever again. And the fact that Twitch is removing all of that is sad. And once again, I'm not even the person that's the most impacted. So how about I'm gonna let Mirta from like 5 years ago do like, I don't know, a minute or two of streaming for everybody. For the 10-hour stream that's about to be gone. Let's watch together for a couple of seconds. Enjoy what's gonna be robbed of us soon enough. And let's move on from there, because once again, Twitch is a company. These videos will never change their decision making, no matter how much our memories mean to us, no matter whether people can or cannot back up what they have already put on the internet. This is just the thing that is happening. So we're here to say goodbye to the thing that is happening specifically to my channel. And everybody else can process their own goodbyes however they want, especially people who are into like serious big communities that really rely on those old recordings and when there isn't even a person that could even try and back them up. So come on, old me. You have all the screen time. Take it away.
Hey kiddo, you've been playing for half an hour. You sure your mumsy allows you to continue going?
I am totally not being disrespectful by checking my phone right now. I
Can
heard a
you just like
notification.
imagine us doing a 24-hour RuneScape stream to say fuck you to that notification?
Yeah, I can imagine that, old
Fuck
me.
you, notification!
Because we
You're
did
not the
do
boss
that.
of me!
We did actually do that for charity once. Because we really wanted to. And actually, we raised like several $100s, so it's pretty not bad either.
Uh, choose a path. I'll do Way of the Warrior. It will give me rabbit sandwiches.
I don't think that there's quite the space on my channel for like MMOs. But I do really respect like RuneScape creators and their channels or other people that focus on like a specific singular game for a
Okay,
very
it
long
wants me to
time.
have a weapon. I don't know if I do.
I honestly
Some
wish
sort of
that I could
dagger.
interview some of
That
them.
works.
I'm so sorry, me. I'm not letting you talk.
I would like myself to have some boots though. I don't. Maybe some gloves because I don't. Look at us being engaged in the RuneScape.
I also love that the sound of the game is so low that you actually can't hear it at all.
I feel like a bloody mother as well. Like, I don't know how to play this game, Sonny.
Oh, don't worry, that gets so much worse with age.
Shoot the bad guy. I have to shoot the bad guy.
And you can just hear my husband yelling in the background.
Yes.
A much healthier version of my husband as well. Like,
Yeah, so I have like a set of equipment equipped for the most part, outside of like maybe a cape and shit.
he has been gone through quite a bit of things ever since like the
Go, go,
pandemic
me!
hit.
Go, 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 go. I swear
RuneScape
your
3 is
microphone
so
picks me up
handholdy, isn't
whenever
it?
it likes to.
But
I hate it.
then again, this is the tutorial.
Oh. That's why you married me. Shade ball and shit. Excellent. Not only do you have food,
Anyway, I'm gonna stop you here, old me, because I can't resist commentating over you, which is not very great. I have this like commentator mode where I'm like, I should describe what is on screen in front of me because I am in front of a camera. I don't think that it's a very healthy thing to develop, but developed over time. So that she was obviously having fun. She was laughing quite a bit. There was my husband in the background making snarky comments. It's a good memory. And it is a memory that we're gonna be letting go and like putting in a ditch somewhere and forgetting that it ever existed because my own memory doesn't go on for that long and Twitch is removing my storage, which sucks. But I suppose it's not the end of the world, because for me it isn't. There's plenty of other memories to be created. But still, it sucks. And this video was only here to bring awareness to the fact that, well, that is what's happening. And I'm pretty sure I'm not the only channel that described that, so buy me. Hello, current me, but buy past me that won't be seen anywhere ever again. I'll miss you, I guess, and I am quite mad at Twitch throwing out my proverbial photo album. If you have still been on this video to this point, if you have ever streamed to Twitch, feel free to share your own happy memories about it. Let's make this into a nice video. Let's talk about all the nice things, even the nice things that we're about to be losing, but all of the nice things nonetheless. I thank you so much for watching. My channel focuses on spirituality. By the way, video on that soon. So don't get spooked if Mirta's talking witchy shit again. Gaming and currently Vampire the Masquerade tabletop. Some other tabletops at some other point, probably. But for now, that is what it is. So if you like all these three categories, I would love for you to subscribe. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching, and thank you for my current subscribers for watching. You're great. Let me just throw away the rag. I like holding something in my hands, but when you're trying to make a heartsy, it doesn't work very well. I hope I'm gonna see you on my other videos, and thank you, my lovely Patreon supporters that allow me to play video games to begin with. Now, when it comes to games like RuneScape, does it have a spot on this channel? And I don't mean like really old recordings. I don't know, personally. It doesn't really feel like the channel for it, but if it's something that is desired, we can figure out what we want to do and do it. There is probably enough resources through Patreon for us to afford the membership fee, so we could always like set a very specific goal for ourselves and just make a series about that. But that is something to consider at some other point. And for now, goodbye, Twitch. I will never be seeing you ever again. And see you, everybody, on my other videos. Toodaloo.